the more you stay on the train, the more expensive the return ticket.
And that train is going to hell.
Hey, it's Tiff, and welcome to Take Me Out. I am so excited to be going on a bestie date with Lexi Wood. We have literally been in the DMs for so long, and we're finally having our first bestie hang.
I'm Lexi Wood. I'm a model. I'm on a reality show, and I'm an influencer.
How long have you been in New York?
So I first moved to New York when I was like 18 in a model apartment, and then I moved kind of all I know.
The model
which
apartment?
We need to get into. Did you ever live in a model apartment?
I've never lived in a model apartment, but I lived in like a dorm.
Okay, same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like
Yeah.
I spent like ages 18 to 21 in a bunk bed.
Yeah.
And they were spending like $2K a month.
So I moved to Miami when I was 17 with modeling. And first I moved to Paris, but in Europe they do like hosts. So then I moved out like immediately. I was like, oh, this is the middle of nowhere. This is not Paris. I gotta go.
Yeah.
And then I ended up like renting my own place. Then I moved to Miami. And then I lived with like 12 girls in a 2-bedroom house.
Okay, wait, for people that don't understand model housing, like what's the vibe?
So model housing is basically, obviously you're young, you don't have enough money to like rent your house, like rent an apartment.
Right.
So basically the agency pays for it immediately, but you have to work off the rent. So
you're like constantly in debt.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Thankfully I worked, so my debt would be like, it would fluctuate. I'm not in debt right now.
Debt-free, baby.
Woo!
The only model not debt-free. Like that's truly, it's such a fucking hard thing to navigate when you're younger.
Honestly. And then you just live with a bunch of models, which honestly I feel like was my version of a college experience.
My last apartment before my real one, I lived in the Jane Hotel, and
sick.
like it was a ship cabin, but it was this big, and there was no bathroom, and literally there was a ghost that lives next door. Like,
okay, immediately no.
Absolutely terrified. What's the craziest date you've ever been on?
Good or bad?
Tell me the bad one first.
Okay, perfect.
Cheers,
so,
babe.
Cheers. We needed this.
We needed
this. Cheers to us.
I love that we finally made it out of the DMs. Like the pipeline of being online friends, I feel like it takes forever to actually make it out.
I saw TikTok today and it was like, oh, like guys slide into girls' DMs all the time, but like, why can't you just like make bestie dates?
No, 100%. You need 2 weeks notice to see your fucking friends. Like, I hate that. I want to bring back the like, what are you doing right now?
Girl, I want to see you right now.
Right now, like I'm outside your apartment.
My craziest date.
Yeah, craziest date
And then
ever.
I need to hear yours.
Okay, absolutely.
I feel like boys, they need some help.
Yeah.
So I was living in LA, and I will say he was a very cute actor. I'm not gonna say who, but he was very
Oh, so like I would know the
polite.
name?
Maybe. And he texts me, he actually pulled a, hey, what are you doing right now? I'm outside your house. He pulls up and I go, oh, I love this. So he's like, I want to take you to the Santa Monica Pier and we're gonna go get ice cream and it's just gonna be so like, so wholesome.
Aww.
I was so excited. So we get ice cream as the first stop. This was when Apple Pay was just coming out.
I'm already terrified.
Yeah, no, it was so bad. So we go to Pinkberry. He goes to he's like, oh, Apple Pay after they make our sundaes. He goes to Apple Pay and they're like, oh, we don't have Apple Pay yet. He freaks out. Like a fit? Like a fit. And then he's like, he makes us leave without our ice creams. And I even said, I was like, I'll pay. I have money.
Yeah.
I got cash. I got cards. I have what we need. I can pay. Like, don't worry. And he was like, no, you're not paying. So he's freaking out. We're outside. Then he's like, actually, 1 minute. You stay here.
Oh,
what are you gonna do? He goes out, comes back with our ice creams. I said, uh-oh. What did you do? How did you pay for these type things? And then he threw out my ice cream, even though I wasn't done. And then I said, you know what? I have to go. And he's like, well, I can drive you home. And I said, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. I don't like how you treated everybody at the ice cream shop. I'm gonna get an Uber. But first I went back to the ice cream shop and I was like, I'm gonna pay for these and I'm so sorry. That was like way out of line and I just like kikied with the girls in the ice cream shop.
Did he steal the ice cream?
I don't know.
We still don't know.
I assume so. I would assume so because I was like, you don't have money, but we have this ice cream. It was just really out of pocket.
That is really unhinged.
Yeah, and I was like, this was never gonna work between us. I'm Canadian, number one. I'm just nice.
Especially on a date, like that's supposed to be the best version of themselves. So imagine the fucking shit they're gonna try and do behind closed doors to you. How has dating been here?
Not good.
I'm terrified.
So I actually always used to say when I first moved here, I was like, this is great. There's a new boyfriend on every street corner.
But the thing is, I feel like the illusion of infinite options has really changed commitment here.
Yes.
where it's like, oh, like I have this great, amazing person in front of me, but what if I miss out on someone else? So it's like everyone thinks that there's someone better out there, so then they end up with nothing because it's like keep hopping. I mean, like I'm not opposed to homie hopping, but like I just like, can we stop hopping? It's the premature hop.
Yeah,
wait, what do you think about homie hopping?
I mean, I've dated friends.
If the friends are hot enough, it's okay.
Also,
it just depends who's hotter.
I think also like it depends. Like if I end with your friend and like we're fine, like it's just not that big of a deal. It's like, okay, well, we just didn't work out. We're still homies.
Yeah.
But like, because I'm friends with a lot of guys that I dated, which actually might be crazy.
Wait, that's crazy. Wait, you're still friends with like all your exes?
Like I would say 80% of them.
That's a really high percentage.
Yeah.
It's like a high credit score, bitch.
Thank you. And I feel like, honestly, that 20% is just because they've moved on. And I'm like, I'm not going to insert myself in your life. Like,
do you like actively talk? Like actually like good friends?
I talked to 3 yesterday.
Girl.
I'm like, at the end of the day, like I genuinely want all my exes to move on. I'm like, go on.
Oh, they're
Go
obsessed with
find a
you.
new girl.
They're like they're sprinting.
It.
They're like, Lexi, come back.
No, I don't know if all of them are. I think like at the end of the day, like I just always care about people. Just because we didn't work out, like you're not my person, it doesn't mean that like I don't want nice things for you. Yeah. Some of them I don't. But like maybe that's like a 2%.
No, I literally say like, I wish you the best, but stay the fuck away from me. Like,
fair.
Or just like, I wish you a mediocre life.
I do feel like there has to be like a healing time in between. Like you can't just jump right in because I've tried to do that and I'm like, this was such a bad idea.
Did you do spring cleaning on your roster? Or?
No, I'm like a one guy girl, unfortunately. Yeah. Even if I'm just talking to somebody, I'm just like, I feel really bad.
No, like, I feel like you have such like a hopeless romantic energy.
I do. I feel like that's why we get along
so
well.
I know.
Like,
I'm ready to put the hoe in hopeless, bitch. Let's go. Let's go. You can't go from a relationship to just friend zone if you still think each other is hot. After a breakup, only one person gets super hot.
Once I've dated you, I'm just like, you are now like a rat of sorts. I love rats. Yeah. They're one of my favorite animals.
Oh, rats are your favorite animals?
They are.
Oh.
But I'm like, they're adorable. Do I want to date a rat? No.
No ratatouille. No, none of that.
I'm done. I don't want that.
No, I feel like I don't have a type. That's my problem. You know, love a silver fox to like a little artsy like guy that looks like he has low blood sugar.
I'm the same.
No, oh my God. A guy that looks like he needs like an IV bag with tattoos. I'm dead.
We're here waiting for you.
No, like I can fix him. I like
okay.
I love like a guy that's like kind of mean to everyone else but like nice to me.
Yeah, I love like write raps or songs about me. Like that's what I want.
You're like, you want muse energy.
Yes.
I feel like you do give muse energy. What like artist would you love to write a song for you?
Ooh, that's such a good question. I'm trying to think of one that's not in a relationship.
No, I'm calling myself like phase 2. So it's like, I think I missed this round of eligible bachelors. Call me when you're divorced. I think as hopeless romantics, I always wonder, do I like the idea of them more than actually them?
It's funny. So my parents, these freaking people, they started dating at 16 and they're still together and they're like obsessed with each other.
So like, that's a lot of pressure for you because I feel like you've seen it.
I have.
My parents got divorced at 6 months, so I'm like, I'm good. Like, the chances are low.
No, but I also feel like that in a way is so good because you know what, like how to be independent.
Sometimes it would be nice to like not be cradling my iPad and like actually be held by a man.
I feel you. I feel like right now I'm in my phase of like maybe like long distance.
Oh,
you know, I'm like, get away from me.
Get away. Go on a tour. Come back home.
Yes. I'm like, look, I'll be here. I'm working. I'm so busy. I would like you to go do that too. Yeah. I don't want to worry about it, but I want to have that companionship.
Well, how has it been? Because I feel like your whole like life has just gone crazy. Because I'm struggling, bitch. I'm happy we found time tonight.
Right? Damn. No, I'm such an open person. Like I am just the type of person where if somebody's even like my waiter, I'm like, you're my best friend now. To just be so open and just wear your heart on your sleeve is such a scary thing. And it is something that's sometimes you'll be like, oh wait, no, this hurts. Like this hurts so bad to be so open. But I think it's a powerful thing.
Yeah, I mean, our girl Ariana, she had that song like Hempstead. She was like, I'd rather feel everything but nothing. Or I'd rather feel everything and what's the fucking song?
And nothing.
I'd rather feel and nothing every time. I was listening to it because I was crying to it. And I mean, people see your dating life on like Summer House and on all of this. Like, how is it to be vulnerable, of course, with like your friends and family, but also like with the world?
I think sometimes it's difficult because there's so much that goes into a relationship, and people aren't seeing all of that. With Summer House, like we film on the weekends and then some during the week, but we do have a day or two not on camera that so much develops. It has been like a little bit difficult to rewind and be like, wait, okay, so that's my experience being lived it is so different sometimes than how it is. I mean, obviously too, you see what people are saying behind your back. You're seeing things that you wouldn't normally in dating.
That's so crazy.
So that's been a little bit difficult, but also it's such a great learning lesson for me to then reflect and be like, okay, you know what? Maybe people don't have the same heart as me. And like, I wouldn't do that when I'm dating somebody, but people clearly do.
Just staying a romantic is probably one of the hardest things you can do. How did your view of friendship change too by doing the show?
Well, I think with that whole situation, it's a little bit difficult because dating in the house, we all share friends, so sometimes it can be like a game of telephone. One person changes something or relays information differently, and then it just creates such a huge disturbance in the flow. But I will say, like, Gabby is just like, she was my girl, like, all season. Like, she was, and Lindsay, and like, they were my sounding boards, but they were also just such girls. I mean, Gabby and I would go out during the week to like blow off some steam and be like, oh my God, we need a Wednesday night out.
No, Wednesday nights out are the best.
They are.
And here we are on a Wednesday, bitch.
Yes.
How do you keep that open heartness?
I think just knowing that if it's meant to be, you guys will find your way back to each other when the time is right, when the lessons that needed to be learned are learned. If not, you're one guy closer to your husband. I always say I'm winning either way.
Yeah.
I learn a lesson, I'm winning. I am ditching you, I'm winning. Sometimes doing the breakup is just as hard as being broken up with.
I actually have never been broken up with because I can always like smell
either.
it. Oh my God. We're so toxic. Love it. No,
It's
if I
hard.
sense, if I have an inkling, you're getting dumped.
I saw this quote once and it was like, the more you stay on the train, the more expensive the return ticket is gonna be.
My God, no, that is so real.
But
though.
you know?
No, yeah, and that train is going to hell. What's your flirting tips, like for the girlies that are out there trying to find someone new this spring?
Be happy. I actually have like no riz, I have to be honest, other than just being genuinely happy. And I feel like that energy attracts so many people because people want that vibe with each other.
How did you grow your confidence? Has it always been like this? Or like, how did Lexi turn into the baddie?
I actually was really, really shy. That's actually why I started modeling, because I was like, I don't need to speak. But I think just through life and just being like, you know what, like when I'm actually being myself, that's when I'm attracting who's meant to be in my life and who lifts me up. And if people don't like me, that's okay too. Yeah. Not everyone is going to like you. And honestly, I don't like everyone.
Most of my life, I was like, oh my God, I'm a troll. Nobody likes me. Yeah. And so what I did was like, let me like build an artifice through clothes. Let me like do I'm a theater girl. If you didn't,
I love it.
Yeah, I was definitely singing in like cafeterias, like Les Miserables.
I was the complete opposite. Like I'd be crying in a corner. Like I'd be like, no one look at me.
We would have run the high school. I started to realize that the imperfections that people made me feel insecure about were actually what made me different. And I learned that in modeling too, where it was like, instead of blending in, it was all about being unique. If you could go out with any 3 people tonight, who would it be?
You.
Yes, done. Just you, and you.
Perfect. I'm obsessed. You, me, and some more martinis. I feel like I could call her last minute and be like, where are you? I need some cocktails right now. And she would show up. And I love that.
I could see us getting martinis and like taking over New York and flirting with every hot guy in the room. But I could also see us like, I don't know, crafting or like making a collage in my apartment. And it's so rare when you find someone in New York that has that bad bitch energy, but also like is so soft and kind.
I think our bestie date went really well. I think that we are in fact officially besties.
Get out of the DMs and make a plan for a new friend.